Hey everyone, Kevin Conway here. Today we have some very important unemployment insurance update info straight from the IRS, including the breaking news that this week is when you could expect to receive your extra stimulus check, your extra refund for the $10,200 deduction that was in the American Rescue Plan for your unemployment insurance from 2020. It's extra money coming your way into your bank account or via mail. Very exciting news that is this week. We know the IRS is going to begin processing those amounts, so be on the lookout for that. I'm going to break down that in this video, telling you who qualifies, why you may not still receive your check this week, it may take a little while, or why you may not receive your check at all if certain disqualifying factors are in play. Now, for those who don't know, my name is Kevin Conway. I make personal finance videos and other stimulus videos all the time, so please like and share this video so that your family or your friends find out exactly this good news, that they are going to be receiving a second stimulus check if they qualify, a second refund check, that is, if they qualify for unemployment insurance from 2020. Very important news, and subscribe to this channel if you're new here. Now, with that being said, let's get right into this. First off, I had a great weekend reading the IRS press release. I'm sure none of you have seen this before, but that's what it looks like. It's a press release from the IRS. I don't really know who works for the IRS making these press releases, but they do a pretty good job, even if they are a little bit dry. But they get right to the point, and here is exactly what you need to know straight from that press release. The IRS announced that they are sending out refunds for the $10,200 deduction on unemployment insurance from your 2020 taxes this week. At a high level, what is that? Well, the American Rescue Plan that was passed in March of 2021 gave a retroactive deduction for unemployment insurance received in 2020, up to $10,200 if you or your spouse combined with you made less than $150,000 in 2020, because typically unemployment insurance is taxable income, and therefore you would have to owe taxes on your unemployment insurance. But for many people, they didn't have their taxes withheld from their unemployment insurance, and so they're looking at a potential tax bill of a couple hundred of dollars or even thousands of dollars if this deduction wasn't passed retroactively. But because it was passed in 2021 and not in 2020, there was a lot of confusion as to whether or not you were supposed to amend your taxes or how you're supposed to claim this, or you're supposed to wait until it came out to file it on TurboTax or whatever. But we know that the IRS said they're doing it automatically, and it's beginning this week. It's a very good thing for all of you out there, because at a minimum, it helps reduce your taxable income owed, and even better, it can actually qualify you for new deductions such as the Earned Income Tax Credit if your income drops below a certain amount due to that deduction of $10,200. And we also know that it could actually put you into stimulus check territory. So if you are marginal, say you made $80,000 with your unemployment insurance for 2020, so you had a job and then you lost it, and you got unemployment insurance, well, now you can deduct that $10,200, and it puts you below that $75,000 threshold, and you would be eligible for a stimulus check in that case. Now, it's a good thing, but it doesn't apply to everybody. Again, you need to make below $150,000. What are the other key things that you really need to know? When are you going to be receiving this refund due to the $10,200 unemployment insurance deduction? This week is the answer. You're going to be receiving it this week, but only if you have a very simple tax return. The IRS has come out and said, we're going to start with the easiest cases first, the easiest tax returns first, and then move on to the more complex tax returns. Now, what's interesting is in this press release, they actually cite a specific case of what is considered an easy tax return. They specifically say if you're a single filer, did not claim any children, and you did not receive any refundable tax credits like the Earned Income Tax Credit in your tax return, you are probably going to receive that extra refund automatically this week. Now, if you're in that very simple case, congrats to you. If you're in the more complex case, say you're married and you have kids, or you get a refundable tax credit, or you have a very complex tax return to begin with because you're a business owner or whatever, you have to wait a little bit longer. The IRS did not give a definite date for the more complex tax returns, but they did say that they're going to work on it through through the summer. So that means you need to pay attention to your mail and your bank account because your extra refund check will be coming in that time frame. Now that brings me to exactly how is this refund check sent in the first place? Well, it's pretty simple. If the IRS has your bank account information on your 2020 tax return or from before, they will send it via direct deposit, assuming that account is still open and assuming that it still works. They will send it via direct deposit. That's why you need to really pay attention to see in your bank account if you get that extra refund check this week. It's going to be automatically calculated by the IRS, so you don't exactly probably know really what amount it'll be, but it could be, a couple $100s or even a couple $1,000 depending on how high your income was and your specific tax situation. So share this video with your friends and family and like it, please, so that everybody finds out about this great thing. Because if you are on unemployment insurance, this is going to give you money back in your pocket, or at a very minimum, it'll reduce your taxable income owed. And we know today is tax day, so everyone's thinking about the taxable income that they owe. Now, if the IRS doesn't have your information on file, they don't have your bank information on file, they will send your refund check to your mailing address on file. If they have a mailing address for you, they will send it then. If none of those apply, then I recommend using your tax return when you file in 2021 or 2020, if you haven't filed already, to claim this amount. I have a video specifically detailing how to claim this unemployment insurance deduction step by step, line by line, so that you find out exactly how to do that. It's very important that you do so because, again, it's free money. It really is a deduction that didn't exist before. Unemployment insurance is taxable income, except for this year when the first $10,200 is non-taxable income. Now, one point to make is that this unemployment insurance deduction is going to give you money in your pocket, but it's not always going to be the case that you receive a check even if you are owed money. Now, what do I mean by that? This is not like the stimulus check. The stimulus check was given to you regardless of any other debts that you owed, regardless of whether or not you owed money to the federal government, to student loans, or even child support in certain cases in the stimulus check. You got the money in your pocket regardless. That's not how it is for this unemployment insurance refund into your pocket. We know that it is subject to certain offset rules. For example, if you owe additional money to the federal government, that refund check will be intercepted by the government and they will pay off that amount of debt that you owe on that deduction. Same thing with child support, with spousal support, or even student loans that are federally backed. Those are going to be the things that the money is applied towards. We also know there's no exclusion for any of the other things. It's simply the case that you get this money back and it'll go to those creditors, but the IRS will send you a follow-up letter explaining how they applied that money for you. They'll send you a letter saying, we used your extra refund to offset your child support, offset your federal tax owed, whatever it may be, so that you know where your money went. Now, let's get to the who qualifies for this unemployment insurance deduction very quickly. I have full videos detailing it, but if you're out there wondering, okay, I received unemployment insurance, am I going to be receiving this deduction? Well, you are going to want to find out. So pretty much these are the qualifying factors. You had to receive unemployment insurance. Well, that's pretty straightforward. You have to have made less than $150,000 as an individual or married couple. That's kind of weird because you could be an individual making that amount or a married couple, $150,000 or below in 2020. And you could deduct up to $10,200 per spouse. So if you're married filing jointly and your spouse received unemployment insurance but you didn't, they don't get to deduct $20,000. They only can deduct $10,200. It's per individual. Now, those are the key things on who qualifies for the unemployment insurance deduction. Those are the main things here in this video that you need to know. Again, this is the week that they're sending it out. We do know that various states are actually getting rid of their federal unemployment insurance as of this week as well, such as Pennsylvania, which has completely eliminated the federal boost of $300 on top of your state benefits. That is gone. We know that's happening all across the country in many, many states. And some states are actually proposing or have implemented additional back-to-work bonuses, such as North Dakota, and we know that they're talking about it in Louisiana. $1,000 bonuses if you're on unemployment insurance now and you go back to work. So we know that a lot is changing right now, but we still need to take care of our taxes from last year, which is why I wanted to make this quick video and update. Please share this video and like it so that it gets the information out to more people. And if you're looking for a good bank account to get, look in the link in the description below. It's an account that I use, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.